Hi, I'm Duncan, I'm passionate about fish. In this video I'm going to show you how to fillet a megrim. A megrim's an unusual flatfish because its head is actually facing to the left, whereas most flatfish have their heads facing to the right. I'm actually going to fillet this megrim with its head on. If you want to see the easy way to fillet flatfish with the head off and the fins trimmed, please watch our plaice filleting video. To fillet the megrim, I will start on the white side because I'm right-handed. I'm actually going to slide my knife through the fillet around the head at the top end, all cutting tight to the bone. Then I'm going to insert my knife into the fish on top of the bone and just very gently go down the spine with one cut all the way from the head to tail. If you can see, I've only cut halfway through the right hand of the fillet, and then I cut all the way into the centre of the fish and the fillet just lifts off the bone. A megrim's got a very high ridge along the spine. Insert my knife along the ridge, lifting the fillet high with my spare hand all the way up to the head, and you can see the fillet just lifts away from the bone. I'm then going to turn the tail to the right to stretch the fillet. I'm going to guide my knife along the bone, just lifting the fillet. Once the fillet starts to lift, we can go all the way down the side with one cut and lift the fillet off the bone. A lovely example of a white megrim fillet. I'm now going to show you how to fillet the black side. The first thing we have to do again is release the fillet from the bone and actually lift the skin with my free hand. Guide the knife onto the top of the bone, which is along the right hand side of the lateral line. To start the knife working down the spine, always go the whole length of the fish. Again, I've only cut 50% into the depth of the right hand fillet, and then I guide my knife along the bone and it goes straight into the centre. I'm going to put the tip of the knife over the ridge, push down a few millimetres, and I'll release the fillet from the central ridge with the tip of my knife. I have to apply a little bit of downward pressure, and you can see it opens the fish up. Then I'm going to turn the fish. I'm actually going to cut around the back of the head, making sure I get a nice tight yield like so. I'm going to turn the fish away from me, lift the fillet, stretch the fish to the right, and then guide the knife down the bone from left to right. You don't have to do this in one cut, it's about efficiency, making sure we get the fillet beautifully off the bone. We then have to take both fillets and we have to trim them up just to make them presentable. So, just clean my block, take the fillets. Any fins that you've left on, or if there's any loose bones that are sat on the fillet, we'll trim off. So there's a row that is actually running down the length of the fillet, just lift the row. And I'm going to just shave that black flesh off the top of the fillet, and I'm going to tidy the fillet up to give it a beautiful presentation. I actually caught the fins with my filleting knife, which is not a problem because I just trim them off before I present the fillet. And there is the black fillet. I'm now going to trim the whitefish fillet up exactly the same to give it a beautiful presentation. You can see this flesh is slightly stained with bruises, but that won't be a problem, it won't affect the eating. Lift off the silver skin, lift off the roe sack, trim the fillet, trim the two fins that were caught on the side of the fillet, and I'll just lie the fillets down. Black and white side of megrim, finished and ready to go.